Hey Ninj, I need some work done on my legs.
Hey Betty, can you cancel my 2 o'clock? G'day guys, Ninja and Aaron here. Today we're going to be treating ITB. So we're going to go through ITB treatment, then we're going to do self-treatment, and then we're going to do some exercise to help you fix it up. So just going to get straight into it. So Aaron, he's got very long legs, so this might take a while. But,
It's a long femur, isn't it, Ninja?
yeah, so what I want to do is just, with a palm stroke, really try and warm it up for a start. So really try and engage with that tissue, wait for it to melt a bit, and then go at the pace that the tissue is releasing at. So we don't want to go too sharp for a start. So nice broad palm is a really good way to go, and you can get a sense of what's going on. So you kind of try and work with the person and let them know where the spots are. You know, you can give me feedback.
Yeah.
So I can feel it, but I can also get the intel from the customer as well. So nice and slow. I like starting this way, going down. It seems to be more therapeutic. Doesn't, it kind of gives you those good sensations a lot more than feeling like it's traumatic. So
That's
really
good,
work into there. So I can follow that line right along there. So with the ITB, it starts in the TFL, in the front of your hip flexor, but also the glute max. So it's a continuation of those two muscles, and it joins on right down below the knee. So we need to kind of cover that whole area to get the blood and the nourishment back into where it's been dehydrated and stuck and hard.
If you love the content in this video, guys, we've got our Fundamentals of Fitness course, which is now live. It's got everything about self-treatment, about exercises, about sprinting and lifting. If you want to be a really optimal human and enhance your living experience, click the link in the description and jump on board.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a cool line of tendon and fascia, isn't it? Like if you see it on the chart back here, it's all white. So not much blood flow, but it's white because it needs to be really taut. And the reason why the glute max, pretty much 70% of the glute max attaches onto the ITB. So it's super important for human movement and creating this elastic recoil through the glute and allowing the legs to propel forward and absorb force and omit force. So it's a really important line of soft tissue in the body. And like Ninja said, you want to treat the ITB when it's really tight and taut, but also look at the TFL and the glute max itself when you're looking at treatment too. So you can see behind here, look at all the glute max, and then it comes down and attaches onto the ITB. You can see that white structure there, and the TFL here too. TFL is at the front, it goes down into the ITB. So you've got to look at those muscles as well.
Yeah, so you can see that it's really white, rubbery, dense tissue. So to affect it, you need to go nice and slow and deep, you know, to try and melt it down. Fast treatment's just not going to have the same effect. Not going to be as long lasting.
That's gnarly there.
Yeah. So there's some good like trigger points there too. You can kind of change angles like that just to hit up underneath it.
That's therapeutic, as.
Yeah. So a lot of knee pain can be.
Yeah, it's going inside of my knee.
Yeah. So like that. It's nice and slow. Work through. So I'm just going to go a little bit quicker. Feels like it can go quicker anyway.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
2 hands on. Oh, all the way through. And what I want to do is I want to go across the knee. There's lots of tendons and ligaments down through here, so you want to free them up too a bit if you can. Just maneuvering my hand around so it follows the lines of the muscle.
That's good.
And finish up round this bit here, just below the knee.
Yeah, it attaches right below the knee there too, so it's a long strand, isn't it? Especially on me.
Yeah, so I'll just do another stroke. So with this, I can change how sharp or how broad I can use this stroke. So I want to really get traction that way and then encourage the tissue the other way. So we're going to have a counter forces, counter strain like that. So I can change, like I'm putting a fair bit of my body weight into that. So it's not that much, not hard on me. So keeping all my angles of my arm and forearm, you know, nice and easy, dropping my weight onto it and just slowly going down through it. And then I can just roll my hand round like that, and it changes the shape of the bone that's connecting with the different spots, and it helps me roll through and get past the really stuck adhesive parts of the ITB. But really pulling back that way, pushing down that way to try and really lengthen it out.
Oh, yeah.
So changing angle, sometimes you feel like you want to go more into the quad, and other times you want to go more hamstring.
Yeah.
So it just depends on particular person where they've got those adhesions. So you got to honour that.
Yeah, you've got these 45-degree angle lines, 45 degrees anterior and posterior, and a lot of people have bound up fascia and tension in those areas, which is, could lead to them having pain in the back or the hip or the knee, or even a breakdown of their biomechanics. So it's really important to hydrate this area. Like Ninja said, just release the fascia and get it sliding a little bit better, not so stuck, and yeah, just melting all that dense tissue. But it's super painful but productive, like just, yeah, really therapeutic. And you can see it's white because it's got not much blood flow, so it's like a tendon. So it's these strokes can be really beneficial because we're hydrating it with water and blood, so it's just going to work a lot more optimally. Yeah,
so yeah, direct force onto it is, does so much more than what stretching could ever do,
Oh, yeah.
So it's, when there's adhesions, you need to kind of do the work like this, or we're going to show in a minute, like the self-treatment.
Tips from home, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go straight across here. So I'm always just trying to feel where stuff is pushing back up into my forearm, and then honouring that. So when it's stuck, it doesn't move through. I've got to just wait there, be patient, wait for that to melt down, and cruise through. And then just trying to follow the contours of that tendon through there, and try and work over it. So this can feel real therapeutic as well when you're going over these structures on the knee.
Whoa, good.
Like that.
So good.
Yeah, so I can feel a bit of the tops of the perineals as well. They're kind of feeling a bit tight, so I could just do a little bit more on that too.
Oh.
So yeah, he needs a bit everywhere.
It's good.
So yeah, so that's like the treatment phase. So
yeah,
we would do more of this, but you're not going to see anything different. So
yeah, let's go downstairs, show you some tips from home.
Okay, some self-treatment.
Techniques. All right, so we've got a large tennis ball. Ninja's going to use his hands. We've got a foam roller and a basketball. All stuff you can find lying around the house that you can get into your ITB with. All right, so let's get down. Our ITB is obviously this band of like fascia that's down the outside of our leg. So you'll know where your sticking points are, and you've got to lie your body weight on top of the ball and then use that pressure to push into your painful spots. And once you've found them, you want to sink into that depth that you can handle, and then from there you pin, and then you just do these little movements wherever you feel like you need it. So just think about like the intention you're taking into this is you're trying to melt this tissue. You've got taut, angry, sensitive tissue, and you're trying to push into it to desensitize it, to take away those pain receptors, and to just get things flowing a little bit better in here. So you kind of got to go through this work, and it's so relieving.
It's really good to do the hands-on stuff first, because then you don't have to put your whole body weight on it. You can manage and kind of just explore and understand where the tissues run and things like that. But also you can feel for heat. So there might be some inflammation or some heat coming out of or you can feel in your leg, or a real specific knot. So you might just work your tissues like that first up, and then you get a really good understanding of where you actually need to work when you go to a tool or a roller or something like that. So yeah, just go at your own pace. So there's no rules with it. So you can kind of manage just how much weight, how much pressure, what angles. So that's the beauty of self-treatment. You're the expert on your body. You know what's been restricted in the past. And then when you get on a spot, you know that it's important, or you know that it's traumatized still. It's still fresh. It needs more time to heal before you start working it. So you can kind of do all these assessments and calculations yourself, and then give yourself the perfect treatment or rest, as sometimes might be as well, or you might need to do some compression or some heat treatment to get the flow into that part of your body. So
remember as well, when we're doing ITB, we spoke about glute max. So I'm just doing a little bit of work up into the glute here, because remember 70% of that tendon attaches onto the ITB. So always address the glute max if you're having tension in the ITB, and also the TFL around at the front here. So it's more of a hip flexor on the side of the hip. So that's a little bit taut on me there too. So yeah, follow the sensations, use your intuition, push into the tissues, explore the TFL and the glute max. And then we're going to show you a couple of little exercises you can do from home to help yourself once again. So we've got Ninja got a mini power band on here. We're going to try and get some load going through this lateral part of his hip, TFL, glute med, glute max. So what I'm going to get him to do is keep his bottom leg bent, his top leg straight. So straighten that leg, Ninja, and then pull it back all the way back here, bro.
Whoa.
Hold it there, straighten that knee, point that toe up, and then you're just going to start these lateral abductions of the hip. Good. So 2, 3, keep pulling the leg back 2. That's it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And right now, Nin should be feeling quite a lot of fatigue in this lateral part of the hip. So loading these muscles is going to really help to strengthen this whole lateral side of his leg. You want to do this 3 times 10 reps and hold the 10th rep for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, another way we can offload the ITB is to actually get tension on the other side of the body, which would be the adductor and the groin. So using a plyo box here, Ninja's going to put the affected leg on top, and he's going to push himself up into a side plank and drive his foot down into the box, and he's going to be feeling a lot through that left adductor and groin. This oblique underneath here is going to be working hard, and you can hold this for as long as you can, so 10, 20, 30 seconds, and you can also do 3 sets as well. All right, guys? Good luck. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe. Join our Patreon if you want to see more exclusive content, and don't forget the Fundamentals of Fitness course. If you want to optimize your living experience, jump on board. It'll be awesome.
done.